break in exponential growth, no. Like, so like, let's say emerging markets.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're talking, the only way you're going to become a 1%er is you break into an emerging market and you write it.
Mm-hmm.
So tech, the reason you become a 1%er is because you create your own emerging market and then you go and you take it from there.
Yeah, you're not reinventing the wheel when it comes to ag here in Fresno.
Right. But I mean,
Valley, yeah.
So like you're not reinventing the wheel, creating a new market. The reason people love crypto is because it's a new market and there's so much upside that hasn't even been created yet. And everybody sees the trajectory. When you get into farming, like you're not going to create a insanely new market, right? You're going to get into it and you're going to be there.
But I feel like the risk is lower because it's already established.
Farming is a lot of risk.
No, I get that. But when you break into it with the right people, I feel like it's different because essentially it's like a mentor.
Yes. And so here's what I'll say: farming is a lot of risk. We went and we were looking at, we went and pheasant hunted up at this place in Nebraska. And we paid the dudes to go out there. And they have several thousand acres that got demolished by a snowstorm for 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row.
Like, they got how many acres?
Like thousands.
Of what?
Of different farming crops.
Oh, they made money off probably the last 10 years.
But I'm like, that's what farming is. So you know what I'm saying? Sure. So like when I say it's risky, like it's you and God.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's like you and it's the craziest thing.
You better treat people right, my nigga. Like
to where like I didn't even think about it. And then like my best friend's dad was like explaining the situation, like this is what happened. And he was like, yeah, so it's been like 2 years since like they've even like made a penny and they've had to sell cows.
So would you say even in farming, there's ways to mitigate that risk, right? Because you can make a shit ton of money, right? Now, what do you do with that money? Are you going out and flexing on everybody, or are you going out and you diversifying a little bit for when God does decide to fuck you over?
I mean, most experienced farmers do that, but I mean,
most experienced investors do
having
that.
3 years of reserves is pretty fucking wild. You know what I'm saying? Like having like 2 years of reserves.
For the amount of money that they make in farming?
You're still not operating on massive margins. I mean, like, so let's say we're going to have one really, really big year.
You're not going to break even, but you're you're at least decreasing the risk. Maybe you don't lose 10 million that year, you lose 2. You know what I mean? Because you did a good job at mitigating risk, putting your money into probably real estate, right? And being able to do stuff like that. Like, I just feel like at some point in each avenue, everyone needs somebody. And so when you get good at what you do, you become that somebody for someone in another avenue. So like me doing wholesaling and then my partners doing flipping. Like there's no way in hell I would have started with the flip that we started with.
Yeah.
But the risk was mitigated because my partners are fucking awesome. Right. And so now I'm able to kind of break into a whole nother space that grows me, but allows the other person to grow also. And so I see it as the same thing when it comes, like, I'm not looking to make 100 million. Like, bro, just let me make one for now. So I'm really not even really a threat. And hopefully I can help you scale yourself somewhere a whole lot bigger to where you're not tripping off me making 10, 20.
If they're your friends.
If they're your friends or the relationship is good.
Yeah, if the relationship's good.
I think you just got to be a good person. It all stems, at the end of the day, comes down to shit like that. Treat people good, man. And I think people don't hate on your growth when you're genuinely a good person.